I haven't heard this recording of Dancing with Tears in My Eyes for a long, long time. I think like most Ultravox tunes, they were born from jams in rehearsal studios. Billy, the keyboard player, used to always come in with like lovely little chord changes, and you can hear it's a classic lineup. This 1979 when I joined the band, so you've got electronic synthesized bass on this. You've got Warren Cann, Canada's own Warren Cann, on drums, Billy Curry on keyboards there, and I'm doing guitar on this. And I remember being very, very influenced when I was younger. My favourite album of all time, David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust album. And there's a track on that called 5 Years, which is really sad and mournful. And there's a line in it about something about the radio, or a voice in the radio, or it gave this very dystopian imagery. And I remembered that being a really haunting thing. And it's probably what turned me on to this kind of audio atmospherics that Ultravox were so good at. And I had just read a book by a guy called Neville Shute, and it was called On the Beach. And the whole story was set in the 1950s. And there'd been a nuclear holocaust. And the only people left alive were living in Australia. And it was a story of all these people who knew that this impending doom was coming towards them, and what they would choose to do in the last moments of life. So I wrote the lyrics about this, about that very subject. If you had 4 minutes left in your life, what would you do? And it's quite simple, really. You can't run away. You've got this thing coming towards you. So if you're close enough, you get with the people you love, and you put on your favourite piece of music, which just happens to be 4 minutes long, and you dance with tears in your eyes. Yeah. And people thought Ultravox didn't use guitars. Listen to that. So it was a classic combination. Again, everyone always cited Ultravox as a synthesizer band, but we used whatever instrumentation we could. So, as I said, on this, piano was very dominant on this, guitar, synthesized bass, drums. The idea of incorporating every instrumentation that we could get, and because of that, we made a really unique sound. And strangely, 6 years ago we got back together again after almost 30 years apart. And the moment we plugged in a rehearsal studio, it sounded like that. Really weird. Actually hear us using guitar and technology, sampling the guitar, making these noises. Way ahead of our time.
It was actually a rumor started out of Providence, Rhode Island, some newspaper, that this was the Beatles reincarnate, which was a very nice compliment. I mean, to say that we sound like the Beatles is a very high compliment. To say that we are in fact them is that compliment 100-fold.
And her cheekbones and her cracks in her faces. And I said, I think Black Cars is not about a car at all, it's about this lady. And so thus came, her skin is called China White. She's a dark angel wearing dark glasses.